to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, every Friday after SmackDown, and we try to do NXT UK. However, with things that have happened over the last couple weeks, we haven't been able to do it. Good evening, give me a whole yeah, and anybody else that is in the chat.
What is up, my dudes? How's it going? How's everybody hanging? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing?
I guess it would be good morning, give me a whole yeah.
That relatively means the same thing, but hey, whatever.
How are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling decent. I mean, my finger is a finger, but hey.
It feels better today, though.
It does feel better today than it has in the last couple days, but it's, still really bruised, and it still hurts if I, bend it the wrong way or, it gets twisted or whatever, so. But other than that, my hand feels better. It only hurts unless you, press on it like I'm doing currently.
What happened?
Well, I hit it on
rail.
A stair rail. Yeah, I was getting ready to walk up the stairs, and I smacked my hand on it, and yeah, that's the story of how I am a doofus.
And the rail won.
The rail did win. I had a fight with the rail, and the rail won, and my hand paid the price. So that was extremely exciting. So I've spent the weekend, in the last, 5 days.
Yeah.
It'll be a week on Friday that I
arm raised in the air.
Yeah, my arm's been on pillows, and I've been doing things with my left hand, and
yes, you punched the sterile rematch at Mania.
Maybe, well,
depends on if she's healed or not.
I mean, I don't know. Possibly a rematch at Mania. I mean, if the sterile really wants to fight all of this again, sure.
Yeah, because it probably fears you.
So, guys.
Can't wait for the Fiend to lose tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. You know what we should do? We should, while we're sitting here, at the end of the show, we should do Super Showdown predictions. Just, for fun.
Yeah.
Because that's tomorrow.
Hello, Taco Maniac.
And it
444.
Should be fun. So, we're going to start off with AEW. I thought AEW was okay this week. Personally, it just wasn't the show for me. I wasn't super into it. Part of that is because of the match that they started with, and I just really wasn't into that. So AEW was just kind of meh for me this week. NXT was okay. I thought it was decent. I think they had some good matches on there. I think they had a couple good segments. Do I think either were really, blow me out of the water? Not really, but it's okay. Because they were both decent shows.
They were okay.
I would say if I had to pick one, I'd pick NXT just because what really killed AEW for me was that first match.
Hello, James. Hello, Jono.
So, we're going to start off with AEW, because we always do. And the first match that was on the card for tonight was PAC versus Omega in a 30-minute Iron Man match. And this, I don't know. I just really wasn't into this.
I wasn't either. This was way too long.
And it really just made the whole show from there just go because I don't know. I just really did not love this because of how long it was, and I really just lost interest.
Yeah, it was way too long, considering there were no, pinfalls or anything. Until towards the end, I just felt that this was, drawn out way too long. It was, and then, you had PAC beating up Omega, bad, and then Omega ends up winning.
See, that's what I don't know. Omega got the first fall via DQ. PAC got the second fall. There was no winner. The time ran out. There was no winner. They restarted the clock. Restarted? Is that English? They restarted the clock.
Yeah.
And then Kenny wins the match. And I was just kind of no.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing.
Why did you have him win? For me personally, I really think PAC needed the win. Notice I've said his name 3 different times every time I've said it. I've said PAC. Yeah. I've said PAC. He needed the win.
I agree. I think it was something that, I don't know.
Also, they put out a thing today. Next is Pook. Hey, Friggity. They put out the thing today with their stats and the rankings. Guys, the rankings legit make no sense to me because Kenny Omega was 0-0. And he was number 4. And MJF was 2-1, I think. And he was number 5. I was just like, the way they rank them, it really makes no sense to me.
I just felt the match was too long for what... And I think the crowd was kind of...
I think they were into it at first, and then they just... I don't know.
The way they should have done it was, okay, I get a pin, you get a pin, you know, and had just several pins throughout the match, and or disqualification or whatever you want to do. But the way they did it, it was drawn out so long that, like, you know, it kind of lost the interest of me. And so, you know, if they'd done it differently, I would have probably enjoyed it more. But just the way they did it, I was not a fan of.
Okay, so with this whole thing, and the fact that I said PAC needed the win, PAC, whatever. You know who he is. Neville. In a minute, I'm going to call him Neville, and that's what we're going to stick with, and it'll be fine. But I don't know. I think PAC really needed the win, and I don't understand why they couldn't have just given it to him, because the rankings came out today, and like I said, the way they rank them, to me, like, makes no sense. And they said it was going to have a say in what they... And the fact of, you know, they have this many wins and they get a shot at the championship. So if you look at it, Chris Jericho has no wins and no losses. Moxley is 6-0. Cody is 3-0. PAC is 1-1. Omega is 0-0. And MJF is 2-0. I would like to know, how is Kenny Omega number 4 when he hasn't done any singles matches at all? He hasn't won one and he hasn't lost one.
Yeah, well, it's just...
It makes no sense. Like, MJF should be ahead of him. It's just, like, the way just this whole situation. I was just like,
Fox
what?
is good. I mean, if they're going to make him a legitimate heel, then they just have to keep the heat on. And what they do with Orange Cassidy, just because Orange Cassidy is huge right now, and if they have him destroy Orange Cassidy on Saturday, then I think he becomes an even bigger heel. So I think that would... It
helps him
will
either
help
way.
out the heel part with him.
It helps him in the long run.
So I think that, you know, as long as they build on it, I think it'd be okay. It figures always not show the women. I hope that trash of a show flops the way they treat their women, typical, just my opinion. The problem is realistically, they don't have a lot of women.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of women that are good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My friend is getting married on Saturday. He's really nervous. Do you have any advice for me that I can tell him? Do you have any advice for him?
I don't have any advice. I'm sorry.
Here's what I will tell you, John.
Don't be nervous. That's my advice.
Forget him, Ron. Just tell him don't be nervous. Treat it like any other day.
Run.
That's what I was laughing at. Are you guys doing predictions for Revolution? No.
I don't think so. No. I mean, I suppose we could at the end of the show if we want to, just for laughs, when we're talking about, you know, the Saudi show and all the matches they have for that. But, you know.
I can't even watch it, so.
You can't even watch what?
The Saudi show.
Oh, I'm going to watch the Saudi show.
Yeah, you'll be watching it.
I'll be watching it.
I won't be. I'll still be at work when it's going on.
That's true. So, after this, we have a PAC interview, and this is where Orange Cassidy comes out and the PAC attacks him, which is leading to their match for this Saturday, which should be a fun one. Should be, you know, fun to watch. We then get Inner Circle versus Jurassic Express. I thought this was actually a decent match.
Yeah.
I love Jurassic Express. They're the best tag team.
They're not too bad.
I love them. They're the best.
They're not too bad.
So, Jurassic Express won. It's cool.
I'm missing Saudi show, going to Manchester to watch a band tomorrow.
Cool.
It'll probably be more exciting than the Saudi show.
But you're missing Mansoor. How could you miss Mansoor? It's the one time he's wrestling this year. This is a one-time event. Special occasion.
Mansoor will be 3-0 this year.
You have to watch it, though. Like, Mansoor.
I'll be working, but I get off at 1, so I'll be able to watch some.
Like, Mansoor. You gonna miss Mansoor for his, once-a-year match? Come on, man. You can't miss this. You should clear your schedule. It should be a national holiday.
Mansoor Day.
Mansoor Day, exactly. Whenever they have the Saudi show, Mansoor Day. And there's no school, no job, no nothing. You can't do anything except watch the Mansoor match.
That's right, the Mansoor match.
That's what it should be.
Mansoor Day starts this year.
Tomorrow. Mark your calendars, people.
Don't go to work tomorrow because it's Mansoor Day.
So...
It will definitely be more exciting than the Saudi show.
Who is Mentor fighting? We missed him during our predictions. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
It was announced today. He's fighting Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
So that should be exciting.
So Dolph Ziggler gets a loss.
We then get an MJF and Cody video. This is the only spot where they were on TV tonight because they didn't have a.
Trying to call the saxophone in Elvinus's theme "Sexy Sexy."
They don't.
Who cares?
They don't have. They don't have. They didn't have Cody or MJF on the show anywhere else except in this little video here, which is kind of a little shocking to me since they have their big anticipated match.
Yeah, but
this Saturday, but I suppose they had the big blow up last week, so it really doesn't make.
Yeah, so I think this.
They really don't need to be on the show tonight.
No, again, I think what they've done with their big matches has been done the right way.
I agree.
They have had these two going at it without actually doing anything. I think what they have done, it has been excellent. Keeping Cody and MJF was a good idea for me. I'm assuming keeping Cody and MJF off was a good idea for me.
Probably.
I think that the way they have done this is excellent. They don't put them out there. They don't put them on there week in, week out. However, they do keep people in, knowing that, hey, this is coming up. Mm-hmm. They haven't had 974 matches leading up to the pay-per-view.
Which is good.
I think this is cool. I think the way they've done it has been just fine.
So we then get Best Friends versus Butcher and Blade, and my goodness, I've been sleeping on Best Friends.
James, I love the Fiend gimmick.
I've been sleeping on Best Friends, man. They've got a good theme song. And they're actually a pretty decent tag team. Now, when they first were showing up on AEW, I was just kind of like, no. Okay? You're not the team for me. I just don't like you. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like you. Now...
Let him in, James.
I'm a little bit... It's different now. I actually like them. Butcher and Blade, I don't like them. But Best Friends, yes. We like them. I like them.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're cool. They got Orange Cassidy, so I mean it automatically, I suppose, makes them cool. So, Best Friends win. There was a spot in here with Orange Cassidy and Allie, and I thought it was really funny. Orange Cassidy ended up taking Allie's bunny ears, and Allie took his sunglasses, and they just kind of had like a stare down for a minute, and it was really funny. I wouldn't be opposed to...
Sorry, I will never let him in.
I wouldn't be opposed to an Allie and Orange Cassidy match.
Oh, yeah, me. I would be so excited for that.
Honestly, I'm not opposed to it because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Maybe they could touch the end of each other's noses.
I think it would be funny. So, Best Friends win, and then Orange Cassidy versus PAC is announced for Revolution. We then get Big Swole versus Yuka Sakazaki versus Shana versus Hikaru Shida. I actually did like this match. Okay, also, Yuka Sakazaki. Did not love her a couple weeks ago. I kind of like her now. She's very charismatic.
I love how she sat back and watched.
She was doing a play-by-play.
Yeah. She was like the ref.
It was really funny.
She was the ref in the ring for the longest time.
It was funny, and it was fun to watch, and it made me laugh, and honestly, I kind of...
What about Chris Statlander? No, she was not there.
I kind of love her.
But I think the reason she wasn't there is because she'll be there Saturday.
Yeah.
They did talk about her.
Yeah. But I kind of love Yuka Sakazaki.
Yeah.
I love her big pants. She's just poof. It's like a hot air balloon,
Yes. Sheeta's my girl. I'm impressed with her.
Sheeta is very good.
Yes.
And I'm glad she won this
Definitely.
match because I think she really needed to win this because I think after this weekend she's going to be the next one to challenge for the title. If not her, then Britt. Or maybe she will fight, I don't know, because Britt's at the bottom of the thing. And if they're going by the way they have wins and losses.
Just like James Girls Becky.
Britt has...
The thing, well, I think what Britt's doing is, I think that don't give the title to Britt. Just keep her away from it for now. Let her continue to build her character and do her thing.
Yeah, then I would probably say Shida goes for the title next.
Before you even give Britt a shot at the title, you need to make sure that she's still building the character that she is in the process of building. Because I think she's doing a good job with that. That's right, it's all Becky.
So, Shida won. Glad she did. Thought that was a good choice right there. We then get an elite interview. I actually really liked this. This was the Young Bucks and Omega and Paige sitting down talking about their tag team championship match for this weekend. Essentially, the whole gist of this promo was, you know, the Young Bucks have wanted to fight for the tag team championships, you know, since AEW made them. You know, they thought they were going to be the first champs, and they weren't. And Kenny then goes on to be like, well, we just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And Paige is like, so what you're saying is this was all an accident.
Yeah.
And you really don't want this, and this is all an accident, right? And Kenny's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we were at the right place at the right time, and yeah, none of this was planned. And Paige is like, so it was an accident. And he was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. And then the Young Bucks are like, dude, we're the elite. We're always going to be best friends. And Adam Page is like, no, okay, I tried to leave the elite a couple months ago, but you wouldn't listen to me, okay? You wouldn't listen to me, okay? I don't want to be a part of the elite. I don't want it, so leave me alone. And they're like, you would be nothing without us. We are the reason you made it big. When you were in Ring of Honor, you were just some sad jobber, and we made you a superstar when you joined the elite. And that is, we did that, not you. And Adam Page was like, my drink's gone. This interview is over. And then he walked out.
Tired of
this
watching
segment was so good. I love Adam Page. Adam Page is my favorite. He just, like, stuck it to the Young Bucks and was like, peace out, yo. I don't really care if you think you made me. I don't care.
It was a good segment.
I loved it. Something's going to go down.
The promo was good. I thought the whole
Something's going to go down during their tag team match.
I agree.
This Saturday. I'm very excited to watch it. It should be really, 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 really good.
But I think it's going to be a total twist of what everybody thinks.
I also think that is true.
Because everybody's expecting Hangman to, like, turn and, like, be the bad dude.
I don't think Hangman's turning. I think the Young Bucks might be the one to turn. I don't think Kenny's going to turn right now. I think it's going to be the Young Bucks that turn on Hangman. Say, fine, you went out of the elite? Fine, here you go. We don't like you anymore.
The problem is...
Super kick to the face.
Okay, but
Ha-cha!
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't think it's as effective if they go after him.
Huh?
If they go after him and say, hey, okay, fine, you know, it's not turning on him, I don't think it's as effective as turning on Hangman Page. I think that...
What?
What do you mean, what?
I just said the Young Bucks turn on Page.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that that's effective.
But then you said something else that made no sense.
I said I don't think it's as effective for them to go after Paige.
Okay. But it'd be what Paige wants. Paige wanted out of the elite. And so Paige is getting what he wants.
Well, yes, but if they do that, then everybody's going, okay, this was going to happen anyway. We already saw it coming. It was like coming from a mile away. I don't think it's going to go down that way.
Okay.
I think it's going down like something different. The match will be full of story, however it happens.
Agreed.
I agree. I think it's.
Everyone. Yo, Zendo, what's up?
I think there is going to be a twist in it that no one expects. Okay. Most people don't expect. And so I think that, you know, I think they're going to throw something out there that is kind of, I don't know if you want to say off the wall, but I think it's going to be something that's...
See, but I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be Kenny turning either, because some people are expecting Kenny to turn. So I don't think it's going to be Kenny turning on them either. I think it's got to be something totally out of left field that shocks everybody.
What if one of the Young Bucks turns?
Didn't I literally just say that?
No, just one of them. And I mean legitimately turns.
All
like,
right,
doesn't
if one
just
of them
kick him
turns,
and go, hey, you're out of the elite.
That's not even what I meant. I meant just like they like completely turn on Hangman and just like beat the crap out of him.
Well, then they're gonna turn on Omega too, then.
I suppose if they want to, yeah, sure, they could do that. Or maybe Omega's torn and he's like, well, do I stick with the Elite or do I stick with my tag team partner? Which then leads to the eventual breakup of Omega and Paige.
Possible.
But if only one of the Young Bucks is gonna turn, I think it's gonna be Nick.
Well, he might be.
Nick was the one who was like, we made you. You were nothing. You were a jobber in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I mean, I think something, again, I think there's going to be something, there's going to be a twist in it somewhere.
For sure. So, after that, we got Jericho and Moxley weigh in.
Okay, what was the point of this?
I don't know. I really don't know. I thought this was a weird ending segment. So, Moxley weighs in, and he weighs in.
Can anybody tell me what the point of this was?
Moxley weighs in, and he weighs in at 234 pounds. Jericho never gets on the scale because Moxley ends up beating him in the forehead. I don't know if Jericho actually, like, busted his nose or what the case was, but there was, like, blood. His nose looked a little swollen, but I don't know if he actually broke it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Or if it was, like, a situation of, you know...
Just part of the act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know for sure. So, Jericho might be going into this weekend with a broken nose, which could be fun. It ends up ending in pandemonium. Inner Circle beats down Moxley, and then
predictions for Revolution, please.
Yeah, we can do that before we go to NXT.
Yeah, we can do that.
Inner Circle beats down Moxley. Dustin then goes after Hager. Well, Dustin comes out and he goes after Hager. Darby then comes out and goes after Sammy. Jericho then beats down Mox, throws him into the scale, and that's how we end the show. Okay. Weird.
I mean, I like the way they did it, sort of.
It was just
but
odd.
I just didn't understand the whole weigh-in thing.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
A little weird. So.
All right, so here's my predictions for Revolution. All right.
Hold on 1 second. Then we go to this one.
All right.
First match.
Well, you're moving the screen too fast.
Sorry. Chris Jericho. Wait, no, we'll start with the first one. Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara.
I think Darby Allin wins.
I agree. Darby Allin wins.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Darby Allin over Sammy Guevara.
It wasn't the best done last
Hey, Austin.
but it was fine. Agreed. It wasn't the worst segment I've seen in my life. It was still entertaining, but it was just like a little confusing, you know? It was that type of a segment. So Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, I think Darby Allin has to win. I think he does.
Yes.
I really don't think you can put Sammy over him unless we get some shenanigans from Santana and Ortiz, which I hope we don't, because I really hope they just let Darby go over, because I think he really needs this, because this is like his first match back since the whole neck thing or whatever with Sammy. So, you just have to have him win.
Yes.
Just plain and simple.
Darby Allin.
There is no the other way. Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes. Jake Hager. It's his first match ever, and I think he has to win it. Because I think if he doesn't win it, it kind of is almost like, wow. You know? Wow. Like, you couldn't hang in WWE, and now you can't hang in AEW either.
I agree with you. Give me a whole yeah. I think that this could be match of the night. I think
there's going to be some sick spots in that match.
I think these are two young guys that are going to be superstars.
Both of them have superstar written all over them.
I think that they both are going to just build off of what they've got going on here, and will be like superstars. They're going to be like the next big names in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm going to sound crazy, but I'm not hyped for this AEW pay-per-view.
There's a lot of good matches on this.
There's a stacked card.
You have Allin versus Guevara, which I think is going to be a good match. I think the Hager match will be thrown out. I reckon that will be the Exalted Ones revealed. I think there's going to be something that happens there. I don't think that there's going to be a winner in this. I think the Hager and Rhodes match, something's going to happen to where we don't have a winner. Are you guys going to order the Revolution pay-per-view via Cable Provider or on BR Live and or Fight? We will order it on BR Live.
I think if there's gonna be a winner to this match, I think Jake Hager has to win. I don't really think it hurts Dustin to have him lose. But I think it really hurts Hager if you have him lose, because this is his first match ever in AEW, and so, like I said, I think some people are gonna be like, well, you couldn't hang in WWE and you can't hang here either. All you are is a bodyguard, and that's what you should stick to being, you know. So I think if there's gonna be a winner.
Interesting thought. What if Goldust was the Exalted One? Does he have the rights to Goldust?
I don't.
Since he kind of
think so. Does he?
Well, maybe he does because.
Does he have the rights to Goldust?
Didn't he put Goldust the costume like in one of their
videos when it was Cody versus Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That's a possibility. That could be a fun, interesting thing if he has the rights to Goldust. Because he was
I'm pretty sure he's the one that put the costume and
he put the suit in a box.
And he actually talked about. Didn't he talk about Goldust?
I think so.
I don't know, because if he owns the rights, I mean, that'd be something that.
That'd be totally out of left field, and I think it'd be interesting.
But if he doesn't own the rights to it, then I would say no.
So, like I said, Jake Hager, if there's gonna be a winner. Nyla Rose versus Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander.
Here you are, James.
For the Women's World Championship, Nyla's retaining. Chris Statlander isn't winning. I would love for Chris Statlander to be the champ, but I don't think Nyla is losing it.
I would agree.
This soon.
I don't think
She's only been champ for like 2 weeks, so.
Yes, if he was the Exalted One, definitely could be an interesting feud. That'd be an interesting twist there. Elijah Higley, and I never thought of this. Can Goldust be the Exalted One and come back to his teenage look? And I thought AEW's boring. What? Hello. Just kidding. It was good. I thought it was I thought for the most part it wasn't like super exciting, but no. I also understand why it wasn't, because like the pay-per-view's coming up Saturday.
Yeah. So Nyla, she's gonna retain.
I think that the one thing about it, and you know, the whole Goldust thing.
I never thought of that before.
If he owns the rights to it, then that would be interesting if they did that.
Is there a way to look that up?
I mean, again, if he doesn't own the rights, then well, that's kind of all means nothing.
Is there a way to find that out though? Like who owns it?
I don't know.
Because I feel like WWE filed for it at one point in time.
I still think Matt Hardy's going to be coming back, so I mean, whatever.
There was talk about Matt Hardy going to NXT.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, but I saw some stuff about Matt Hardy possibly going to NXT.
I mean, unless he's, I suppose, yeah.
I don't know if there's anywhere to see.
Probably not.
It's weird. So.
Lance Archer. I made a video today on top 5 picks for Exalted One. He wasn't my top pick, but I think it's interesting.
Definitely. I never thought of that.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to check that out to see what you thought. Would you rather have Matt Hardy go to NXT or AEW?
I would say Matt Hardy needs to go to AEW just to get a fresh start,
creative freedom and everything. Yeah, Lance Archer could be the Exalted One. He could be.
The only thing about that is where, since they kind of announced it,
I almost wouldn't have announced
it wouldn't
that
be
he
like
signed
that
him.
shock factor.
Yeah.
Or at least announce that he's coming in. It wouldn't be a shock factor.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm interested in drug order. Well, there's a lot of ways they could go with this. I mean, it's they kind of got you wondering, well, who's going to be the one that's going to be the Exalted One? I don't know.
So, PAC versus Orange Cassidy. PAC.
Yeah. He's gonna kill Orange Cassidy. Raven would be sick. The thing about Raven is I think that I don't know. I mean, I'd be okay if it was Raven or if Raven had something to do with it. I don't know. Chris Statlander deserves to be champ, not Butch.
I heard
Sami Callihan can be the Exalted One, Gleen.
I mean, possibly if they are doing a thing with Impact, maybe. But Who knows?
Again, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could go with this.
So, next match, Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championships.
I think Young Bucks win this.
I agree. I think Young Bucks win the championships right here.
Or, here's a thought. What if Adam Page wins the match and Omega flakes out on him? Leaves before the match is over, said, so I'm tired of you, and then Page ends up winning, and then he grabs both belts and says, I am the champion.
Possibly.
Did you hear about the tournament going to the NXT Women's Championship match? Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to take Young Bucks. That's what I'm going to say wins.
I never told you this, but what if Young Bucks join Dark Order? Maven just said something about that, where they turn and are the ones that are...
They're the bad guys.
The bad guys.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Cody versus MJF. I think Cody's going to win, but they should let MJF win.
I think MJF wins and this gets drawn out.
I would love...
What if Adam Page is too vicious to win with Kenny holding him back to lose? Maybe that's why Kenny flakes out on him. And so then Page knocks him out.
So many.
I mean, there's a lot of options.
So many
options.
options.
That's about the thing about this match is there's a lot that could happen here.
So
Walter versus Finn Balor in NXT Ireland, take my money. I think that's going to be... I said that could be a WrestleMania match.
I think if it's going to be anywhere, it's probably going to be NXT TakeOver Tampa. That'll probably be where it starts at, and then they might have a rematch or something.
I mean, the NXT Ireland thing makes sense.
They might have a rematch at Dublin, so I don't know.
But I think that and maybe it happens at Mania and there's interference.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up going to Ireland for the title.
Honestly, if they don't do Balor versus Walter at TakeOver, NXT UK TakeOver Dublin, that is a waste. A waste. Such a waste of a feud if they're not going to do it there. Because, why would you not? Finn is from Ireland, and so, why would you not do that there? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Can Cody be the Exalted One? I don't think Cody's the Exalted One, no. Becky and Toni Storm at Ireland. Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
So
do you get the PAC versus Orange match? So you're telling me PAC attacks Orange Cass because PAC got what? Well, I get it. I mean, here's why. I think it happened. Okay, PAC is you're a joke. I'm gonna destroy you. Cassidy's over with the fans, so this helps PAC become a true heel. Hopefully. And Orange Cassidy gets destroyed, and PAC becomes a legitimate true heel out of this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to bash y'all's AEW show, but if they get more women and treat the women like equals, then I will stop the bashing. Problem is, James, is when it's like any other roster, it's like WWE. It's like when 90% of your roster is men.
The issue with
Okay, I should say probably 75%.
The issue with WWE is not that they don't have enough women. They have more than enough women. It's just they're divided against 3 shows, and they need to divide them better. Just saying.
I hope he doesn't stop the PAC versus Omega match. Keep it going. An Iron Man match again. Omega wins 2 and PAC wins 1. Let's go best of 7 series. No, I hope not. Braun Petty matches. Let's go.
Stop. So Cody versus MJF. I would love MJF to win, but I think Cody. Plot twist. Arn cost Cody the match.
He was thinking about hitting him with the cage the other day.
I think...
He stopped and thought about it.
I think MJF is going to pay off Arn. That's what I think is going to happen. MJF is going to pay off Arn and get him to cost Cody the match. And then Cody's going to be like, how could you do this to me? Cody is really going to be like the how could you do this to me guy.
The thing is...
How could MJF do this to me? How could you do this? How could you do this?
I mean,
How could you do this?
Okay, it makes sense, but how do you because you can't do a Cody Arn feud. So how
No,
would
you
do
can't. Maybe Arn becomes MJF's new manager dude, and then I don't know what happened with the whole
That was a callback to Arn turning on Dusty in the '80s. Yeah, no, that's just it. That's why I wonder, because he stopped and thought about hitting him, and you know, which makes me wonder, are they gonna do something with that?
Possibly. Okay, so they do have Tully Blanchard. He's working with Sean Spears, but they haven't really done anything with them. Arn turns on Cody, and then could Cody go and get Tully and try and do something with them?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. They just
Because I feel like they gotta do something to make it make sense, I suppose, if he's gonna turn. But I don't know. I think Arn might turn on him, and that's why MJF wins. MJF paid him off to be like, yeah, you ensure that I win this match.
If you could pick 3 women to come up from NXT to the main roster, who would you pick?
Bianca, Aew, and
Rhea. I think those are the 3 to go.
Rhea, I suppose, but see, that sucks, because then all their top talent would be up on the main roster, which, I mean, I suppose would be good, but, you know, whatever. Not seen Spears for a while. Is he on Dark? I would assume so. I think he's been on Dark.
I don't watch Dark enough.
Nah, I don't either. I just catch, this is what happened through Twitter, but I would assume he's been on Dark a lot recently, because he hasn't been used since the whole Cody feud.
No.
I mean, he had a short little thing with Joey Janela, but that was it.
How much of this is because, I mean, a lot of these guys are also in other wrestling organizations.
Is Sean Spears in somewhere else, or is he just in AEW? Because, I don't know.
Because, like, MJF is in multiple organizations.
Yeah. There are probably several people that are.
Dana needs to get better.
So then,
she gets a push.
The last match is Chris Jericho versus Jon Moxley for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match.
Jericho wins.
Yeah, I think Jericho wins by, like, some sleazeball move.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Mox is going to lose clean. Like Jericho takes him out by himself. Like, I think Jericho's going to have help, and that's how he beats Moxley. Or somebody shows up at the end to help Moxley win. Or help Jericho win.
Sean Spears is in AEW and runs a wrestling school with Tyler Breeze and his wife, Peyton Royce. So is he strictly just tied to AEW, or is he, like, has he went to other organizations? Because I know a lot of the AEW wrestlers are also in other organizations.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Matt goes to...
Dana's not get a push. Not yet. She doesn't need it. She's got a lot of work to do to get a push.
Do you think Matt goes to AEW or NXT? I think he needs to go to AEW just for a clean slate and, like, to get the creative freedom to do what he wants.
I think he needs to go to AEW too, because I think that he would be awesome in AEW. If Goldberg wins tomorrow, the crowd is going to lose their minds, and I'm going to start a riot.
I haven't seen him anywhere, but I could be wrong. I think he's just strictly in AEW. Currently. I don't think he's in another organization. So Jericho and Moxley. I think Jericho wins via some shenanigans.
I agree.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I agree. Shenanigans. Cena versus Fiend at Mania. It better happen with the belt. No, not the belt.
So that's all of the...
Fiend loses the belt tomorrow to
Goldberg, which sucks, but it's going to happen, and I hate it.
No, it doesn't suck. I think it's perfect.
I should be filming my reaction, because if it happens, it's just...
Perfect. Perfect. If I was to meet Chris Statlander and she invited me to AEW event, then I would wear my Becky jacket I got in the mail.
Sweet.
Did you just get it, James? You got your new jacket.
So, that's all the AEW stuff. It's all of AEW. It's all the matches. Should be a good show.
Yes.
Really should be. So
I
now we have...
I think it'd be a good show.
NXT. NXT. We start the show off with Dominic Dijakovic versus Cameron Grimes.
Yes.
Why did you have Dijakovic lose?
Excellent.
I highly disagree. It's
Excellent.
probably more so just because I really dislike Cameron Grimes. I just don't like him. And I just don't like his hat. So,
Love the way
Damian
they
Priest
did it,
ends up helping.
Simply because of the fact that you are setting up a feud with him and Damian Priest.
But there was already a feud there
Love
because they both wanted the U.S.
Yes, but now they've even
Why
increased
do I
it
keep
more.
calling it the U.S. Championship? It's the North American title, but I keep
Yeah.
calling it the U.S. Championship. I don't know why.
AEW gets 2 more matches for Revolution. Gleen. Who's that?
So, this match was decent, but then Grimes won because Damian Priest helped him. I was just kind of like, like, I just don't like Cameron Grimes, and I think it's stupid that he won. That's just my personal
I think
and
it's awesome
professional
that he won
opinion.
because it sets up the big feud.
Which
Dakota
I get,
show.
but whatever.
Now, sorry, but it's true.
So, Regal then has backstage. He says, we're going to have a series of matches over the next... That's what he said. Are you ready, guys? My 100% perfect impression of William Regal. This is exactly what he said. You're only going to hear it here, and you will never hear it anywhere else. Got it? He said,
Yes.
That's what he said. So Regal says that over the next several weeks, we're going to have, like, qualifying matches for people to go to
what is the
a
deal with
ladder match to determine a number 1 contender for the NXT Women's title, and that's going to go down at NXT TakeOver Tampa. Okay, when I first heard this, I thought he meant we're going to have a ladder match in the next couple of weeks to determine a number 1 contender, and then the number 1 contender is fighting for the NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver Tampa, which got me thinking, and I was like, okay, Bianca wins the ladder match. Bianca then goes on to fight Rhea at TakeOver. And then the match for WrestleMania, which is going to be the next day, gets changed from Rhea versus Charlotte to Bianca versus Charlotte. And that was how my logic was going to work.
Yeah.
But not true. No. I still think Bianca's going to win the number 1 contender spot again, because I think they never said when they get their NXT Championship match. So I think what's going to happen is Rhea versus Charlotte is going to get set up for WrestleMania. They're going to be out there, and then Bianca's music is going to hit. She's going to come out, and she's going to be like, guess what? I won the NXT battle ladder match thing the night before, and guess what? I don't have a specific spot where I'm supposed to, get my championship opportunity, so guess what? I'm going to cash it in right now.
Yeah, even though it's not a Money in the Bank.
It's not Money in the Bank, but I still think she could do that because they haven't made it specific as to when you're supposed to get your title opportunity.
Just,
so she could come out and be like, you know what? I have this title. Exactly. Let her do it because then it puts her in the match.
I'm gonna wrestle you
she
tonight because I want to fight you. I think that's too complicated.
What?
I agree.
It's fine. I think it's.
I don't know.
They gotta add her to the match somehow.
No, let's have a commissioner and have him make matches and not just have these wrestlers come out like they do every week and go, Will, I want to have a match with you. And
I think it'd be genius though, because it'd give Bianca a huge spotlight of yeah, she is Bianca.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. She wins the match. She then turns around at. Okay,
see,
let
lost.
me.
Give me a whole. Yeah, I just got lost. See, I knew it.
That's because you were talking over me.
I got lost too.
Okay, Bianca wins the tournament or whatever. She gets put in the ladder match. She beats everybody in the ladder match.
And then she cashes in her ladder match.
That's what I'm saying, though. They said they get a spot at the number 1 contender spot. So what's it going to be? It's going to be a briefcase that has the number 1 contender paper in it. So she gets the number 1 contender briefcase, okay? We're going to assume it's a briefcase. It might be a clipboard. I mean, you never know. Whatever. She gets the briefcase, okay? Because it's a ladder match. How does it make any sense for it not to be a briefcase? It's going to be like Money in the Bank, but not Money in the Bank. So she gets the number 1 contender spot. She turns around the next day at WrestleMania, and Rhea and Charlotte is all set up, and they're about to start the match. And Bianca comes out, and she goes, guess what? I won the number 1 contender match last night, and you know what? I'm going to cash it in right now, because I can.
So Bianca
and so she gets added into the match, and then she wins the whole freaking thing, and it's going to be such a moment for Bianca, because she's just going to be like, I cashed this in on a whim on the biggest stage of them all, and I just won, and I just am shook.
And that moment for me will be, this really sucked.
No! It's so genius, though!
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because
Really,
that's how you put Bianca in the match.
No, you don't put her in the match.
Yes, you do. If you don't turn
Dumb.
around and... I'm going to throw this in your face.
Triple threat matches are dumb for titles. I hate them. Stupid. Let them go man against man or woman against woman. Not, well, we're going to throw 3 people in the ring and find out who the champion is.
I think it's a
Have a real
genius idea.
match.
Does anybody else think it's genius?
Do you know how many people is behind Bray Wyatt? They love the character. WWE finally is doing something smart. Thank you for another one to get Goldberg. Goldberg needs to win because here's the thing. Bray Wyatt doesn't need the title, okay? The title for him, why they gave it to him is beyond me. He doesn't need the title. The fact that they gave it to him was dumb. The problem right now with a lot of wrestling is there's no surprises. You have no true heels. None. Randy Orton right now is probably as close as you're going to get to having a true heel.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, you had people chanting for him to hit Matt Hardy the other day one more time. So, there's no true heels. Stories are terrible. Yes, I agree. Stories are terrible. They don't let heels become heels. And here is what I will tell you. Shayna Baszler is a heel.
Don't stop her.
And
don't you dare stop her, because if you stop her, I will throw my TV out our sliding glass door.
No, she won't.
I will do it.
No.
You will film me doing it.
That's right.
I will do it if they stop her, because Shayna Baszler, baby, right now is the literal single best female superstar they have on Raw right now.
To a dark order, let's go.
She is the single best female superstar they have on Raw right now because of the fact that she does not care, okay? They have made her not care what people think. She's going to go out there and do whatever she wants to, whether you like it or not. She doesn't care.
Well, did you see what she said to the guy that posted? You can explain what happened because you saw more about what was being talked about.
Un momento. I'll just pull up the tweet. Keep talking.
So there was a guy that tweeted to her and said, "Hey, my kid was there at the show, and you said shit at the show, and I really was upset about that. And my kid, was really upset, and I can't believe you did that." And then I think they were basically like sending stuff to WWE. What was that? Y'all just came on and off.
I don't know.
I don't know, James. Are we still there? I assume we're still there because
I would assume
we got
so.
things up. So anyway, she replied to the guy.
Oh, here it is. Her original tweet was the video, and your wishes might become your reality. This guy, he says, I don't mind if you pull something like this, but my kids were watching, and if you aren't going to keep it PG, you should say so. And then Shayna came back with, or you could be a father and tell them I am a terrible person and they shouldn't like me for that. Or that they will get grounded and their tablets will be taken away if they ever do that. Because I don't give a crap about your kids, so I won't modify my behavior for them. So that was that. And I was like,
what was this?
That's somebody else.
Imagine growing up and find out that not only did your dad act like a bitch at the sight of Blood and Wrestling show, but that he complained about it to a wrestler on Twitter. And to make matters worse, better for everyone else, that he got
humiliated for it.
So yeah, I mean, so she's carrying out the whole heel thing to a T. I think what she's doing.
It's beautiful. It's music to my ears. It's like the Mona Lisa. Okay, it's just beautiful. Okay, beautiful.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, Shayna's great promo. Really not a fan of her ring though. I get the UFC retirement home style, but it's not for me. I agree. I think that again, there's different styles that people do, and I think with her style, it's just different from everybody else. And I'm not a huge. Again, I agree with you on the whole retirement thing for UFC fighters, and they come to WWE to like do their thing. But if any of them, out of all of them, I wasn't a huge Shayna fan.
I wasn't
And
either.
I've started to like her more in the last probably couple months than what I did before.
Agreed.
So.
Agreed.
So now we're ready for Finn Balor comes out.
This?
Her best match for Tony was Toni Storm at UK tournament. Yeah, Baszler reminds me of old school heel. She don't break character, and I love it. I agree. I love what she's doing.
This?
You're gonna be grounded. You have to buy another TV.
This segment. Finn Balor. My goodness. He comes out. He says, "When the bell rings, I am the guy. I built brands. Japan, done it. Mexico, done it. Intercontinental Championship, done it. Universal Championship, done it. NXT Championship, done it. What's the next move for the Prince?" Imperium's music hits. They come out. It's Marcel Bartel and Fabian Aichner. Marcel's like, "There's something you haven't done." The NXT UK champion, Walter, would like to send you his regards. Finn attacks them, and then Imperium gets the upper hand. My goodness, this was a good segment, and I am legit so hype for Finn and Imperium to, like, feud, because it's gonna be so lit. So lit. You have no idea.
I will say this.
I did not have a clue what they were gonna do with Finn after Johnny Gargano. I thought he was gonna go after Adam Cole, but I like this so much better.
This whole thing, the way they've set this up, is awesome. I love it. I love what they're doing. I love that he sent. I agree.
Aichner and Bartel,
Having Walter
amazing.
go out, have
Walter
Cindy's
feels
guy,
like a gang boss sending his goons out, but not
Yeah.
getting involved till he has to. It's so good.
This is excellent what they've done.
It's so good.
Excellent. So here's a thought. Is it possible that AJ brings someone into NXT to help him out?
AJ? AJ brings somebody into NXT?
Did I say AJ?
Yes.
Oh. I meant Finn. You know what I meant. Is it possible Finn brings someone into NXT?
And then I said AJ, and you were like...
So is it possible he brings them back to help him out?
It's a great idea, Mr. G. It is.
Because then you have a feud going there between them. I mean, I think it'd be interesting. And since he's called himself the Prince, possible bringing in the Bullet Club.
That's a potential possibility.
And since AJ is going to be retiring,
it'd be a way to go out, for sure.
This could be his, one last time with these guys. I think he'll be tied up with a dead man. But the Bullet Club would be awesome. The reason I say it is since AJ has come out and said that he's going to retire, maybe this is his one last shot to say, okay, we did it one last
time to do it big with these boys.
Yep. And we went.
Make a big splash.
And did it, and, we've now done it.
We went out swinging.
Yeah.
I went out swinging,
Yeah.
Like that type of thing. That'd be cool. So I really liked that segment. I thought it was really good. We then get this weird video. And it's like vultures and space stuff and like all over the place. And then it ends with the clock. And I'm going, it sounds too sweet. High five. So we get this weird video. And like I said, it had like, crows and vultures and
still trying to find out the meaning.
Weird stuff. And then it ended with clock. And I'm thinking
Raven.
No, and I'm thinking tick
Raven.
tock.
Raven is coming.
No, it ended with a clock. And it was
Yes, but the birds.
no, and I was like,
Maven that laugh.
tick tock. Killer Cross is coming. That's what this is.
Naomi is not beating Bailey.
I think it's Killer Cross. I think that's what this weird video is.
I would agree, James. Naomi is not beating Bailey.
I think that's what this weird video was, is Killer Cross.
I thought he was going to go to the main roster.
No, I don't think so. I think he might start out in NXT, and I think it's going to be Killer Cross. Just because of the clock thing. I have no idea who would be otherwise, but I think it's going to be Killer Cross.
I shouldn't call it the main roster anymore because NXT is just as much.
Johnny Gargano is going to call you a loser if you call it the main roster, because he said, if you call it the main roster, you're an idiot. So you're an idiot because you just called it the main roster because Johnny Gargano said so.
Sorry, man.
I'm just saying. Just stating facts. Okay? Those are the words that came out of his mouth.
I just gotta remember NXT is now on, like, regular TV. It is Killer Cross.
So, I'm thinking it's Killer Cross. Does anybody else think it's Killer Cross?
Makes
Anybody else got
sense.
any other ideas on who it could be? Because I'm thinking it's Killer Cross.
I would agree.
I think. They showed it twice during the show. So we then get Xia Li versus Mia Yim. Dakota and Raquel come out and distract Mia.
Raquel is, like, huge.
Mm-hmm. Which then leads Xia to get the win. Raquel attacks Mia after, and then Xia tries to help Mia, but it ends up with both of them getting killed by Raquel. Oh boy, she's a giant.
She's big.
She's huge.
Yeah.
She's a little tall.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Then we get Velveteen Dream. Dream says next week, Mr. Regal, I want Roderick Strong to experience the dream in a steel cage. There you go.
Thank you. I love the sound effects. That was awesome.
I'm on such a roll.
Yeah.
You don't even know. So, it's looking like we're going to get that next week. We then get Austin Theory versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa won. Gargano attacks Ciampa, and then Gargano just looks at the Takeover Tampa sign that's on the floor.
So is she supposed to be the Diesel of it?
I suppose so.
I do not know. I mean,
Just
she's
get the...
huge, man.
You know.
Yeah. Because NXT, it's so you don't have to take it, but learn to love it. James, I will say this, since they've done what they've done with her has been good. And I don't know why, but you know, turning heel seems to like make people really like.
Okay, so you know the WrestleMania sign that everybody points to, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Takeover Tampa sign is on the floor. So every time somebody wants to, you know, get their point across that, you know, Takeover Tampa, they gotta pull the dude out and just stare directly at the floor.
Always enjoy her face wash.
I mean, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
You know.
Yeah. Good.
Gotta look at the floor.
Yeah.
You know.
And point.
Just to get the point across that, you know, you're looking at Takeover Tampa.
Yeah.
You know.
Right there.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
It's just right there. Right there. Right there. You know.
Yep.
Right there. Definitely. So, we then get Undisputed Era. Roddy says he and the Dream finally agree on something and that he accepts if Regal makes the challenge a thing. Also, there was some mention of Bobby Fish talking about Matt Riddle, and I'm assuming they're probably maybe going to, like, try and fight for the tag titles again at the next takeover.
Probably.
It's kind of what the gist I got from that, just a little bit, but, like, hey, whatever. Killian Dane versus Bronson Reed. I thought this was an okay match, but, like, whatever. I still don't understand why Killian Dane is on NXT. They brought him back, and they did nothing with him, and, like, I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea.
No. I think it's okay. I'm cool with it. Just do something with him. I think the big thing is just making a storyline for him.
I suppose so. Send him to UK.
Send him to
See,
UK.
that's why I think he'd be more useful.
UK,
It's on the UK show.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool too.
I think he would just fit in better there. We then get a Broserweights video. Cool. We then get Forgotten Sons versus Grizzly Young Veterans. Grizzly Young Veterans say the Forgotten Sons are sticking up for the good old USA. And then they come out, and their whole video and everything is like red, white, and blue. Their outfits are like red, white, and blue. And I'm like, why did we just do that? They were this, like, supposed, like, I don't know, bad guy group that was, you know, kind of cool, but I never liked them. But they were supposed to be, you know, like, cool and stuff. And now they're just like, USA, USA, USA. And I'm just like, why did you do that? Why? I don't get it.
Biker gang turned Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
See, that's what makes no sense to me. It's like, what? It makes no sense. Literally no sense.
I don't know. Is Alex Shelley still in NXT?
No. I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I
bet Raquel gets involved in the cage match. Say goodbye to y'all's precious Tegan. She might get involved, but I think someone else will get involved too.
Candace.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
So Grizzly Young Veterans get the win. It's very hard to say that all together. Grizzled Young Veterans. When you say it really fast, it sounds weird. Grizzly Young Veterans.
Grizzled Young Veterans.
Grizzly Young Veterans.
Yes.
It sounds weird when they say it all together. Like, really fast. So we then get a Tegan interview. Tegan says, Dakota began this in Cage, but I'm ending it in the Cage. So it should be a fun match next week.
Yes.
We get another one of those weird videos with the clock. Tick-tock.
Tick-tock.
Killer Cross.
Tick-tock.
I keep wanting to say Chris Cross. Tick-tock, it's Chris Cross. He's coming.
Yes.
No. Tick-tock. Killer Cross. He's coming. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what the videos are. We then get told next week we're getting Tegan and Dakota in a steel cage, and we're getting Roddy and Dream in a steel cage. Gotta make the most out of that steel cage while they have it. Well, you know what that
means. There's only 2 matches next week. Just saying.
That'll be the main event of the hours.
I think that's all they're gonna do.
It'll be main event of hour 1 and main event of hour 2.
Because I think they're gonna put the cage up, and then that's it.
So. Those 2 matches.
So you're gonna get 2 matches next week, the steel cage matches.
Sweet.
And I think that's probably what you're gonna get, and probably some promos or something, and then that'll be it for next week.
Probably. We then got Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair. Flair wins. It was a good match. I actually did like this match. Flair won, and then Rhea comes out, and while Rhea is doing her entire entrance, literal entire entrance, Bianca is in the ring getting her foot smashed in a chair. And it's like, Rhea, could you have been any slower? Like, you legit did your entire entrance while Bianca just got killed. Like, what is your deal, man? What is your deal?
We are doing good.
Did not make any sense to me.
I'll be watching the Super Showdown while I'm at school. Jonelle, you're supposed to be paying attention in class.
No, but it's Mansoor Day, so...
Jeez.
It's Mansoor Day, so it's okay.
Well, I can't believe he's talking to a teacher and telling them he's just going to go and watch Super Showdown.
It's a national holiday, so Mansoor Day means that it's okay to watch.
What are you most looking forward to tomorrow, Daniel? Flappity is now following. Thanks for the follow, Flappity.
Thanks so much. So, that's all of NXT. It was, a good show and stuff.
Leave Jonelle alone. All teachers suck.
Whoa! 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 Hold your horses, man. Hold up!
Watch this.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Don't ever go watch Give Me a Whole Yes podcast because they are terrible. They're the worst. Do not believe anything they say. They put out terrible stuff.
Do you know who you're talking to right now? Excuse me? Excuse me.
Brock Lesnar's match. All right, cool.
All teachers suck?
I'm not a Brock Lesnar fan, so I can't say that I'm looking forward to that.
Excuse me? You don't even know who... Can't believe you. I can't believe...
Did you know Killian Dane is married to Nikki Cross? Yes. Yes.
Can't believe
And I knew that Nikki was sick also the other day.
I can't... I'm baffled. I am baffled you would even say something. I don't think I can continue the show. I need to compose myself.
I don't think he's going to win in 20 seconds.
I'm shook.
It'll be 15.
I'm shook. I can't even believe.
I think Drew coming out would be cool. Definitely, that'd be awesome.
I don't think we can give our Saudi show predictions now.
Nah, it's messed up now. I'm like, just...
He's gonna start crying.
Yes.
Because
I was on a
you
list
insulted
with Nikki
him.
And William Regal once. Nikki is bite-sized. So does AJ win tomorrow and then Taker attacks it?
Yes, because Taker was announced that he's, in Saudi Arabia because WWE
Thanks, James.
stupid. And they announced it, themselves. I don't understand why they did that.
That's what I want. That'd be cool. I mean, that'd be okay.
So, Saudi show predictions, guys.
Mr. G is my favorite teacher.
Well, good. So, we start off with the Viking Raiders versus OC.
I'm his favorite teacher that sucks.
Viking Raiders versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, OC. This is for the kickoff show. This is announced today. I don't see the point of this.
I think he's been cleared.
Yeah, he was cleared. He has a match. He's wrestling tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I am gonna say the Viking Raiders win.
I agree. I'm gonna say the Viking Raiders.
Angel Garza versus Humberto Carrillo.
Angel
Garza has to win.
Yes.
Makes no sense for Humberto to win. Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler. You guys, you will never guess who is gonna win this match. I am gonna spoil this for y'all. So if you don't want to hear the spoilers, because I am right and this is the true winner of this match, you better plug your ears if you don't want to hear the spoilers, okay? Mansoor will win this match. He is winning this match, and
I agree, Daniel.
I'm sorry I just spoiled it for everybody, but Mansoor is winning. And for those of you that did not know, Mansoor is wrestling tomorrow, and it's the Mansoor National Holiday, so you have to watch it.
Zendo, I got news for you. Ziggler is not winning because he may not make it out of Saudi Arabia if he actually wins. Just say.
Ziggler.
Oh, wow. Didn't hear any of these matches. What an episode of Raw card. Yes, because we've never seen Angel Garza versus Humberto.
And we've never seen the Viking Raiders versus
OC. Gallows and Anderson.
Never.
Now, we have not seen Mansoor versus
No, we have
Ziggler.
not seen that. But this will be the one time. This is the only time you will see it. This is the only time Mansoor. This is one of those, like, limited time only things. You know, like those commercials and ads that are like, for limited time only. And we have a limited quantity of 100. Get it while it lasts. This is watch it while it lasts.
Ziggler should win then, right?
Because.
Are you saying that you don't want to see him?
It's a one time.
By the way, dude, your girlfriend's cute, man. Yeah, considering it's my daughter. Just saying.
So, I think Mansoor, national holiday.
Yeah.
Have to have
I
a win.
agree.
Because it's the Mansoor national holiday.
Yeah.
See, everybody's laughing.
I know.
It's okay.
Do you think Bayley wins or Bayley loses or win? I think Bayley wins just because I think she will face Sasha at WrestleMania.
I'm telling you, it's good. Sasha's winning Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And that's how she's gonna go on to fight. What's her face? Bayley.
Yeah. What's her face? Bayley. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her face? Bayley.
What's her face? Bayley.
Yeah. Bayley wins.
What's her face? Bayley.
Yeah.
So, the Tweak Trophy. Tweak?
Yes.
Is that how you say it? Tweak? Tweak?
I don't think Ronda Rousey's gonna come back.
I don't know how you say it.
At least not full time.
No, she's not coming back full time.
She might come back kind of like in a Brock situation.
But she can't win the title. I'm just saying. Don't have her win the title. So the Tweak Trophy Gauntlet match. Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles versus Andrade versus Bobby Lashley versus Eric Rowan versus R-Truth. Rusev was in this match, and then he got taken out and got replaced by Rey Mysterio. For what reason? I don't know. Probably because they were having issues with his contract, and he was having issues with WWE. And so that would be my guess as to why they just quietly...
I think there were stipulations in her contract. Because she's come out and said she doesn't want to come back full time.
Yeah. I'm going to say AJ wins this, and then Undertaker comes out after and is like...
I agree.
You know, eyes all in the back of his head.
I think that's what they'll do. Bayley and Naomi will be an off match. Bayley will be a heel. It'll be a smiley happy match like Lacey and Natalya.
It probably will.
That's the thing about like doing this.
But honestly, I think it would be interesting to see Bayley come out being the bad guy and not really caring.
Well,
it would make it interesting.
The thing is how are they going to do Naomi's entrance?
I don't know.
Because they probably can't use the glow thing, I'm guessing. Can they?
I don't know. I didn't really think Naomi was going to be the one to go to Saudi show.
Yeah, me neither.
I thought Carmella was going to win. And then they would do Naomi down the line.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do her entrance. I mean, there's a lot of questions on how they're going to do it.
It's because Rusev hasn't re-signed yet.
Yes.
She can't. She wouldn't be able to leave the arena if
to.
she's a bad guy.
Yeah, it's just it. I don't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to do it.
So, SmackDown Tag Team Championships, New Day versus The Miz and John Morrison. I think The Miz and John Morrison watch out. I think The Miz and John Morrison watch out. I think The Miz and John Morrison walk out. Tag Team Champions.
I think that's possible.
Seth Rollins and Murphy versus the Street Profits. I think Seth and Murphy walk out. Tag Team Champions.
You mean retain?
Oh, yeah. I mean they retain.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I would... I'm going to go with the Street Profits.
I think there's a good possibility the Street Profits win. But I think there's a better possibility that Seth and Murphy
I think the Street Profits
retain.
Roman Reigns versus King Corbin in a steel cage match.
I wish this wasn't happening. I wish this wasn't happening. 'Cause I don't want to see it again.
Who cares?
Exactly. Not me.
That's my biggest thing. Who cares about this?
Roman's probably going to win.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure he's going to win.
Bayley and Naomi. Bayley.
Again, I don't know how they're going to do this. It's the one that I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Bayley has to win.
starts World War III.
Bayley has to win.
Over a wrestling match. Or wrestling matches. Roman wins. I feel Corbin wins. They want to keep it going. God, I hope not. It's part of the why people are getting turned off by it. They've seen the Roman.
They can't continue this because Roman's gonna go on to Elimination Chamber like the next weekend and win and go and fight Goldberg for the title.
Yeah.
So he can't. Can't.
Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet. I take Lesnar.
I agree.
And then The Fiend versus a Goldberg.
A Goldberg!
I'm taking Goldberg.
I agree. I don't want Goldberg to win, but I think he's going to.
Goldberg wins
If he doesn't win, I will be shook.
Shook.
To my core.
To the core.
So, I don't know.
So there's our picks for both the Super Showdown and we gave our picks for Revolution.
Yes.
Goldberg wins.
Mm-hmm.
James says so. You let Naomi win the title at WrestleMania. Have Sasha Banks win Money in the Bank and have Sasha win the title at SummerSlam. Fine. I don't think so. I think the reason I don't think it's going to happen, I think that they want a Bayley Sasha Banks feud.
What are you more excited for, Showdown or Revolution?
I would say Revolution.
I would say Revolution.
I think just because of the matches. I'm looking forward to the Fiend and Goldberg match.
Said no one ever.
But outside of that, there's really nothing on this card that I'm sitting there going, okay, this is different from what we've been seeing on Raw and SmackDown.
I mean, honestly, I agree. I'm curious to see how the Brock and Ricochet match goes down. But
so that's
see,
that's
the
probably
sad
why,
part
that's probably the big
I
reason
was interested in, and I hated the whole build-up of the Kane and Brock thing for the last Saudi show, but I was interested to see how the match was going to go down, because I was like, well, what if Kane does walk out with the WWE Championship? What happens then? Like, what happens? I am shocked. And then that match ended in 0.2 seconds, and I was like, well, that was a waste of my breath.
Yeah.
Like, dang, that was just bad.
Spear, jackhammer, kick out, jackhammer, pin, mandible claw. Yep, that sounds good.
You heard it here first. That's how the match is going to go down, folks. Right there.
That would not shock me.
Except, does he get the 1, 2, 3 on the pin?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well,
that's why it's a pin.
Well.
And not just a kick out.
Oh, you're right. He did say kick out.
Pay attention. Jeez.
Spear, jackhammer, kick out, jackhammer, pin. 1, 2, 3.
Claw.
No, he should put 1, 2, 3 in there.
See?
Spear, jackhammer, kick out, jackhammer, pin, 1, 2, 3, mandible claw. That's what it should have been.
Pin means that you actually pinned them. I gotta explain this to you.
Well, I know, but.
Jeez.
Just
pin.
Added
1,
effect.
2, 3. I
Put
shouldn't
1,
have to
2, 3 in there.
It means
So let
more
me
typing.
check Twitter real quick and make sure there's
It's
nothing
gonna be a
else.
squash match. It's a Brock match. I agree. I think it's gonna be a squash match. I don't like it. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a squash match.
Let me look. Let me look. And make sure there's nothing else on Twitter.
By the way, I went and watched Call of the Wild last night. If you guys have not seen that movie, go watch it. Very good movie.
Dang. Jericho got some
Yeah, he
stitches.
did get cut.
Moxley actually busted his face
Yeah, that's
open.
nasty.
Like, Moxley was like,
"What
what
the?"
the?
Watching Super Showdown, I'm gonna just tell him I'm watching math videos.
7 stitches. Jericho got 7 stitches from that, bloody mess of his face.
I'm gonna remember that, John. Now, I'm gonna have to watch all my kids tomorrow. Now, I want to see Invisible Man. Yes, I want to see that too.
You were looking at that.
Yes.
I don't know when.
I actually said that tonight. I said
we
I
were
wanna
also
see
talking about the new Batista movie that's coming out.
Yes, I want to see the new Batista movie too.
Yeah, we're gonna go see that, and that should be good. I don't know. My Spy, is that what it's called? I don't know when it's supposed to come out.
I don't know. It looks good though.
It does.
The Call of the Wild was good. Definitely. I would recommend seeing it. Excellent movie. For those of you that are into watching movies. Those of you not into watching movies, well, it probably doesn't matter. All right.
I'm not seeing anything else.
I don't know that we have anything else. I think that we pretty much covered everything. We even gave our predictions for the next 2 pay-per-views. We will be back Friday.
Yes.
We'll see about Thursday, see what's going on. It's always lovely catching you guys. Great fun as always. Keep smiling. And I look forward to seeing your review. May not be able to join you live, though. That is fine. Give me a whole yeah. That's awesome. You guys rock. By the way, if you have not given Give Me a Whole Yeah a follow, go check out their podcast because they are awesome. They put out some good videos, so
dude,
check them
there's
out.
another Walmart Wrestling Entertainment video.
Oh, yes. Pretty exciting. Walmart Wrestling. I think I'm going to subscribe to the channel. See? They subscribe every time they come in here. They are awesome. They rock. Give Me a Whole Yeah rocks. Go give them a follow. We followed them like 900 times, and we've liked their videos, so they're good.
These videos get better and better every time. They're going to be back on Saturday.
Yeah, till someone kills someone.
They're doing freaking Canadian destroyers and Spanish flies off of stuff.
If you haven't seen the Walmart videos,
I retweet them every time.
Then check them out. Don't you have an appointment on Friday? Yes, we do have an appointment on Friday.
Friday morning.
That's why. So we might not be here Friday. So we'll see.
Well, Friday morning. It depends.
We're
definitely watching SmackDown, and
depends on how tired she is and what we have to do and things like that. So we'll see what happens.
Yes.
We may not be back Friday.
It depends.
Just depends.
Might be back, might not be back.
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah.
With that, we're gonna take off. Everybody, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So you're following. We will be back sometime. Just follow us on Twitter.
Definitely on Saturday for a recap of AEW.
Yeah, just follow us on Twitter, and you'll stay up to date on that stuff. But hit the subscribe button, the bell button, so you know when we go live. With that, we are out. We'll be back sometime later this week. John Cena returns.
So exciting. It should be fun.
We're out. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.